Thank you, Craig. Hello, gentlemen.
Hello.
Jordan.
What's up?
You good?
I don't know. I was too busy focusing on the bot and how he says now recording.
He's beautiful. What do you think Craig looks like?
Pretty sexy.
I mean, he looks like a little bear. Look at that. Look, he's literally a little bear.
Oh, is that a bear? I just saw that.
Wait, there's actually a thing for Craig?
Look at the image. Look at the
Oh
profile.
yeah, he's in the. Oh wow. No, that's not Craig. That's just Craig's profile picture.
Oh, I thought he looked like Haida from Agretzko when I first saw it.
I don't like to think that Smokey the Bear has that voice. It's kind of weird.
I hope not.
Oh Lord, what's going on, people? It's your boy, Aydin. Welcome back to the podcast, dude. You haven't. Today I'm joined by the same people.
Jordan,
Joseph.
Wow, we're
Wow.
professionals.
I
think
know,
we're really
right?
good at this.
We said our names and everything.
I'm like a little. I feel like we have a better way. We should have a better way to introduce ourselves. I don't know.
Yeah, we
man.
probably should, but like, will we?
We'll figure it out.
No.
Or
Nah,
not.
Janky's how we roll. It's fine. So today, dude, you haven't. We're looking at Mr. Jordan, because, dude, you haven't seen The Road to El Dorado.
I know. It's weird. I mean, the thing is though, like it came out in what, 2000? I wasn't even born yet. So I'm just surprised you guys like went
That's
back
your
and actually
fault,
watched
bro.
it at some point. Hey, okay. So my parents seem to be more along the lines of Disney rather than DreamWorks, it seems, until Shrek came out.
I feel like that was kind of everybody though. Wasn't
Yeah,
it?
that was most people. Was this
Then
pre-Shrek?
how did you guys yes, it was pre-Shrek. Shrek was 2001.
Yes.
So like how did you guys come across Road to El Dorado then?
I think my family just had it on like DVD or VHS, whichever one.
Yeah, me too. I just like kind of had it, and it's really good. Like, I only watched it, so I watched it once as like a kid, and I kind of barely remembered it. And then I watched it again in high school, and I was like, oh, I forgot how good this was. And then I watched it again this week, and I was like, oh, forgot how good it was. Like, it's such a good movie, but like I never remember it.
I think that's the problem. I feel like people are starting to like appreciate it a lot more now. Like when it came out, people were like, whatever. And now people are like, yo,
Yeah,
it's kind of good though.
I can imagine by 2000 they were looking at this movie like, oh, it's DreamWorks trying to be Disney. And then I think now people are appreciating more for what it is. Go on.
well, so when it came out, it was early 2000s, so it was at a time when people were kind of like less interested in hand animated.
Yeah.
And the start of CG kind of came out. Also, it received really bad box office reviews. Like, it performed poorly and did not get good reviews because it was like an inappropriate kids movie.
Was it also like not marketed well? Like they marketed it
Yes.
as this like historically accurate film, and it was not that.
They did Road to El Dorado as dirty as they did Treasure Planet, which is still my favorite Disney movie, no cap.
That's such a good movie.
It's my favorite Disney movie.
Guys, when we rotate back around to other guys, I don't remember it at all.
What? Treasure Planet?
Treasure Planet. I don't remember it.
You bastard.
What? Have you seen it?
I probably saw it when I was
Dude,
like 3
you haven't
or
seen
4.
Treasure Planet?
I
He said the thing. He said the title.
Hey, get it? That's our name of our podcast. Wow, that was.
I know, I'm a comedic genius.
All right, so let's just fucking talk about these titties. So, okay, but Jordan, my first question, bro, that opening like musical thing, I guess the music in general, what did you think of our Lord and Savior Elton John singing every but one song?
2 songs. Okay, so
What?
No,
there's only one, isn't there? It's the Tough to Be a God.
Well, okay, there's like that's like the one song that they sing, but like
it's the one song that's not Elton John.
I could have sworn there were 2. I don't know.
Wait, was there another song that they sing? No, I don't think so.
No, they only sing one.
Yeah.
Okay, so the problem, I felt like there was a problem in the way you guys marketed the movie to me, because when I could have sworn last week or the last time we recorded a podcast, you guys were like, oh, it's a pretty good musical. And then when I was watching it, I'm like, this isn't really a musical.
I think we said it was a
Because-
musical, did we?
I think we did. Because I'm gonna be real with you. I watched it again, and I was like, "Oh yeah, there's music in this." I forgot there was music entirely.
Like, yeah, because you guys marketed it to me as a musical, or at least I remembered you did. Maybe I misremembered, but I thought the music from a story standpoint was kind of bad. It was a matter of the way it was presented rather than the songs themselves. The songs themselves, yeah, pretty good, pretty interesting, but like again, I think it failed in the same way like traditional musicals use the music to tell a story. Like usually when it comes to musicals, it's like, or especially Disney Renaissance musicals.
Howdy, I am Craig's cousin Lawrence from IT. We are experiencing technical difficulty and shall return shortly.
I'm so confused. Was he recording or was he not recording?
Okay, so this is a great question. So it seems you might have to splice the two audios together.
I don't mind. I'm just more offended that Craig really didn't think we were funny enough and just fucking left the call.
Okay, so yeah, no, that was a said and done saved recording. So you're gonna have to splice these two together. It's fine. Okay, so
not.
Yeah. So the Disney Renaissance, the way the storytelling was done in terms of a musical was like the lead in to music was supposed to go from talking, and when it was supposed to go from talking to singing to dancing, you know, and then boom, there's your musical number that people call iconic and whatnot. Because here I was watching. There's this YouTuber I watch called Sideways.
Oh, I've been watching him
makes
too.
Pretty good. Yeah, Sideways is really good. He made a point about, or at least I think it was in the Problem with Tarzan video.
Yeah.
Because, that's a whole tangent I don't want to get into. But that it wasn't as the music isn't as effective when it's not the characters singing it, because you don't
agree.
Yeah, you don't feel the characters' motivations or the characters' I wants. You know, here's a really good quote I pulled from one of his recent videos. When a situation becomes too emotional to speak, you start singing, and when the emotions grow too much for singing, you start dancing. Singing, and by extension the song, organically grow from the dialogue. You know, I think that's the perfect way to represent the way I felt about like Disney musicals. And when I watched this one, it was like, oh, all of a sudden a disembodied voice is singing. It's like, okay, cool, it's Elton John, but I was taken out of the story. And even then when it wasn't Elton John, like It's Tough to Be a God, it just kind of started, you know. The rest of the natives were like, they just started playing to entertain them, and then they just start singing. I didn't really feel there was a proper lead in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Fair. That's fair. I mean, to play devil's advocate, because like honestly, the music is not like the most. It's not really an important thing to me in this movie.
Yeah.
I don't really care if it's there or not, which I think speaks to your point, the fact that I really don't give a shit about the music in this movie. I like Tough to Be a God because it's the one they sing.
Oh, yeah.
And I like Elton John, but like he's just more of a narrator, I guess. Like I didn't really, because when I think of El Dorado, you know, like I forgot there was music in it. I didn't really think of it as a musical. So watching it again, I was like, oh, this is a cool little thing. Like I didn't mind it. Like it wasn't bad. It like just didn't really add, I guess, which is so it's kind of pointless.
Yeah.
But you know, some pointless things in movies can be good, entertaining. Like I like the art of the opening sequence. I think is really cool. The Aztec style animation they do.
Yeah.
You know what? Okay. So I felt like it had the same problem as Tarzan. I'm not going to go into the full issues as Tarzan. It's like my favorite song from Tarzan was what?
Bro, you hating on Monkey Boy?
Okay.
You hated on Phil Collins?
Exactly. Okay, so
bro, you don't talk shit on Phil Collins. That man claps cheeks.
No. It's not Phil Collins' music. I totally get if people like Phil Collins' music. I'm just not a fan of his voice, especially after how many times I've heard him after listening to like old school radio with my parents for the longest time. And
I
then,
can feel it calling in the air tonight.
like that song, I absolutely hate it. I'm not gonna lie.
Dang.
It's not even that
depressing.
it's not
That's
even that it's a
tough.
bad song. I've just heard it so much, and then the effects that they put on his voice, I don't like it. You know what I mean? If it's like more organic, where it's just singing and then sure light auto tune or whatever, that's good. That's what I'm used to. But then it's like he's 5 feet away from the mic, and then there's tons of reverb in the room. You know what I mean? But then when I think about the Tarzan, my favorite song was what, Trash in the Camp, I think it's called.
Oh yeah, same.
Yes, it's the best song.
Because it's not fully Phil Collins. You know what I mean? At least it starts organically with the characters, playing the things like it's instruments.
Yes.
I can speak English.
So I completely agree with you for the El Dorado one. I do, however, disagree slightly on Tarzan purely because, the Strangers Like Me, I felt like when you're watching it, I don't know, it gives me chills. I like it. It feels very emotional. Like I feel like I could see, because Tarzan himself, it wouldn't make sense for him to sing if you're talking about Tarzan. That we're not really here to talk about Tarzan, but like in my mind, it's like it doesn't make sense for Tarzan to sing because he's kind of a simple-minded creature, and it's the story of him learning to be a human being and discovering emotions he didn't know he had. So I feel like it would have been weird to see Tarzan sing.
I think there could have been a storytelling way to have him sing and then develop his singing. Throughout the movie, it gets better.
I guess
there is a. I feel like there could have been a way. Like again.
Yeah, debatably.
Again, like when I remember sitting in our 7th grade science teacher. I remember sitting in her classroom, and then like she would start playing Disney radio when we're working or whatever, and then Phil Collins would come on. I'm like, what movie was this from? Why do I feel like I don't remember? And the thing is, like, when I was 13, I didn't really remember Tarzan. It was not as iconic as, the real Disney Renaissance movies, like Little Mermaid and Beauty and the Beast and Mulan.
I mean, hot take. I like Tarzan more than Little Mermaid, but that's just me.
Whoa.
I think that's for another day.
I feel like we're going too much into other Disney movies now.
No, this is a discussion about
it's relevant.
The effectiveness of using music in your storytelling, and that's why I feel like I score The Road to El Dorado differently if I rate it as if you market it to me as a musical or just a 2000s hand-drawn animation.
Bro, I gotta go back later and see if we actually said the words musical, because I swear to God I didn't even remember there was music in it. So I don't think I said that. I feel like you might have thought that.
Yeah, maybe I misremembered. Maybe it was in the past. Even other people marketed it to me as musical.
Oh,
I don't,
because even though there is music, I wouldn't market it as a musical.
Yeah.
No, one of the selling points when they were like advertising it is like, oh, it's Elton John and the other guy who worked on The Lion King, and like the music is like not important to the movie at all.
It's really not.
Like, I will say that I remember the music from Tarzan way more than I remember the music from El Dorado. Like, the only one I remember is It's Tough to Beat a God.
Because that's the only good one.
That's the only one they sing, and it's the only good. Well, the other ones are fine.
I like Trail We Blaze.
No, the music's fine. It's just not super memorable.
It's fine. Yeah. Exactly. I think that's the right word I'd use to describe it. It's fine.
But also, I don't think that. Yeah, but also I don't think that the music. I feel like they had Elton John so they could market the movie, I guess.
Yeah.
Even though they marketed it bad. But like the music is like Elton, like the strong point of El Dorado, and this is look at me transitioning into the next thing I want to talk about. The strong point of El Dorado is definitely the characters. Jordan, what was as your first time viewing this? What did you think of our two boys,
Miguel and Tulio?
Miguel and Tulio, bro. How did you like them in their relationship?
Mighty and powerful gods.
Yeah.
You know,
He gave me loaded dice.
Dude, that opening is probably one of the greatest openings I've ever seen. It's like you perfectly get a sense of what these characters are and who they are and what they're doing. I really, really liked that. Liked the loaded dice fake fight and all that. Oh man, it's so funny.
So good, bro. I could quote most. Like, it's just their banter is so perfect, and like you see the their distinguished personalities.
Exactly.
But then also like it's such a perfect. But I love when they're fake fighting, and he's like, Tulio goes to grab the sword, and he grabs the guy's dagger, and he's like, wait, no, this. Or you fight like my sister. I fought your sister. That's a compliment.
They have a really strong dynamic.
Yeah, I feel like you can't watch that movie without thinking of your own homies, you know?
Right? It's fine. I definitely didn't just see you and Joseph like fighting right there.
Honestly, yeah.
It's very entertaining.
Am I Miguel or am I Tulio?
I think
that's for you to find out.
I think you're more Miguel.
I agree.
I suppose in our relationship, I'd be the Miguel.
You're definitely more Miguel. When he's strumming the fucking uke for the emotional moments, and Tulio just grabs it and he's like, "Stop."
Stop. That is me when Joseph was playing the ukulele. Anyways, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't identify myself with Tulio really, but at the same time, I think more so between me and Joseph. Yeah, I would be more Tulio.
Yeah.
But otherwise, yeah, super funny. Just it's perfectly consistent, I think. And it never confused me as to where they were with each other. And I thought that, you know, they were like good representations for kids about what it's like to have ride or die homies, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even if your boy betrays you at some point for a girl, they're gonna come back. You know what I mean?
Yes. Oh, and we'll talk about that later. But I think that's kind of a perfect friendship betrayal, like from both of them. Like, because it shows both. We'll talk about that. It shows both of their standpoints. But so, yeah. Jordan, I wrote down a lot of quotes as it went. Did you have a particularly good quote for just that opening chunk of before they get to El Dorado?
No, I didn't write down quotes.
Oh, it's okay, because I did.
Oh crap!
The best one is so when they jump over, and Miguel, when they jump off that like building, and Miguel's like, "I'll bet you 2 pestas we can make it," and Tulio's like, "I'll bet you we won't." And they jump in, and like you just see Tulio toss the 2 coins go over the barrel into his barrel. But then they start getting carried away, and Miguel's like, "Where are we?" And Tulio goes, wait, I wrote it. We're both in barrels. That's the extent of my knowledge.
Oh yeah, we're both in barrels.
The dialogue between them is just so great.
It really is perfect. Like, they never stop being like them. Like, even when they're dying on the longboat with Altivo, he's like, "Do you have any regrets?" "My only regret, other than dying, is I didn't have enough gold."
Yeah.
Your life made me rich.
Yes. Oh, so what did you think of the most useless villain ever introduced, Cortez?
Oh, Cortez.
Oh yeah, he did like very little.
Okay, so the way I thought about the fact that they used a real historical figure in the movie, I don't know. I feel like
wait, he was real.
Hernan Cortez.
Cortez is real? What?
Hernan.
I did not know this.
You guys didn't know Cortez was based on Hernan Cortez? The Spanish...
Yeah, Joseph, what the fuck, dude?
What the heck? No one told me about Cortez.
I never knew this.
No, it is historically accurate. Cortez does genocide and stuff.
No, he doesn't. That's my problem with his portrayal. He doesn't.
Ah, crap.
But they don't portray him as doing genocide.
Exactly. That's my thing. They don't. That's the thing.
Oh, you did?
Like, no, they in real life? Yes.
Yes. Oh, I didn't know. I don't know.
The Aztec people. The Aztec people.
Spanish Inquisition, Jordan.
That was a different time period.
Yes,
Anyways,
it was.
So the thing, Hernan Cortez, it was literally what happened with what was his name? Something Khan.
Zekel Khan.
Zekel
Oh,
Khan.
the priest dude.
Yeah, it was literally kind of what he did. It was the Aztec people like greeted him because they thought he was from the gods, and then boom, they just took over Tenochtitlan, and no one suspected a thing. You know what I mean? And then boom, now the Aztecs are enslaved to the Spanish.
Wow,
And-
Jordan's giving me a history fucking lesson. I did not know any of this.
Yeah. Again, I think I'm just summarizing, and I don't know exactly the like all the perfect history, because that was like one little bit in world history. But
I think you're pretty perfect history.
there was oh.
Oh.
Anyways, so I remember learning in Spanish class my junior year of high school, like one of the Spanish curse words literally was brought about because of the Spanish treatment of the Aztecs. You know what I mean?
Wait, which one?
I'm not gonna say it on the podcast.
Say it, say it, say it.
Okay, so fine. It's chingar.
Oh yeah,
that
chinga
one?
tu madre.
No, don't say it. Don't say it.
My boy Rico hits me with that a lot.
Yeah, because apparently, the way my Spanish teacher described it, it was like, oh, chingar is what the Spanish did to the Aztec women. You know what I mean? And why it's
I
such
learned something
Ugh.
today.
I did not know that.
yeah, why it's such a bad curse word, is because it was kind of equivalent to like screwing over, or just watering it down, screwing over, or like destroying the women and the people's culture. You know what I mean? And then when I watched Road to El Dorado, like I saw the opening, I saw Cortez. I'm like, is that supposed to be Hernan Cortez? And then I Googled it. Yes, it's Hernan Cortez. And then all he did was just look menacing, and then put Miguel and Tulio in the brig. And I'm just like, that's it.
Well, I think we could assume that he would have done that stuff to the El Dorado people had he found it.
Sure. It's just, why include a historical figure? Why include a historical figure that was, although sort of important to the Spanish people? Why include him? And then make him look menacing, and then get him to the New World, and then not show us what he's doing. So that
I'm sure this isn't what they intended, but in my mind, you can almost think of it as like a Quentin Tarantino changing the ending of history kind of thing. Like, because Zekel Khan leads him to there, and had Tulio and Miguel not destroying the entrance, they probably would have taken over and killed everybody. And it's kind of like a breath of relief, sigh of relief moment when he doesn't. Even though I didn't even know that, so like now I'm looking at it like that almost. But that might have been a reason people didn't like it. But hey, Cortez, bro, he comes out swinging though when they get on the brig, and he looks at them fucking stone faced, and he goes, "My crew was chosen as carefully as the disciples of Christ." And I'm just like, damn.
Okay. Again, I feel like
threatens to send them to the sugar plantations, and
He
Miguel's
does.
like, all right, Cuba.
I feel like, I don't know. I feel like they could have used a fictional Spanish leader, and it would have worked just as well.
I do think Cortez was not the best utilized, or as well utilized as he could have been.
I agree entirely.
Yeah. Again, I don't know. I think, and even then, like, Zekel Khan wasn't that great of a villain either, for me, because it was literally just like, oh, this is our traditions. They're not with our traditions, or they're not gods that they're not the gods that we expected. And I'm like, okay.
They're not down with murder.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, so if it has been spoken by your presumed gods, if it has been literally spoken, why aren't you trusting it? And you say you're faithful.
I mean, he does trust it for a while. Like, we get a fat chunk through the movie of him agreeing, and he only questions it once he sees Miguel bleed. He kind of does like you could see he's like upset the entire time, but when he sees Batman versus Superman, he's just like, wait, gods don't bleed. Haha. Reference to a shitty movie.
Congrats.
Thank you.
Such a bad
I want an
movie.
award. It's so bad.
No, he's like put off by like that they're not doing what he'd expect them to do. But like he doesn't like not trust them until like he like figures out that they're not actually gods.
Yeah. Like he wants to he like really like when he sets up that game, he's like, kill these bitches. Like he's very like he's into it like them, even though he doesn't like everything they've been saying. He's like, whatever, you're divinity, I'm not. I like silence too.
I mean, I don't know where to bounce off from that because
let's go back to like going in order of things. What do you think of Altivo and his introduction, the original Maximus, the OG horse?
Okay, wait, Maximus who?
Oh, from Tangled.
Oh God, I don't remember.
He does act very similarly
he also looks like Maximus.
He also looks
but
like
in
Maximus,
2D.
Yeah. What do you call it? Flynn is just Tulio with shorter hair.
I think Flynn is like a perfect combination of Miguel and Tulio.
Tulio and Miguel. Mighty
and
powerful
gods.
That's
a great quote.
pretty. That was gorgeous.
Okay, so you know me and animals. I don't know. Like I didn't really pay attention or care. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Oh, that's big sad.
Yeah, I don't know.
I know you don't like animals, but it's a horse. It's not a dog or a cat.
It's not an animal. It's a horse.
Let the record show it's not that I don't care for animals.
He just despises them with all of his heart.
Stop. You're gonna ruin my public image as if I had one. No, but seriously, it's not a matter of I don't care for them. It's just more like I'm not as concerned with them as I am with people, like some people, like some dog people are, like some cat people are, or just some animal people in general. They're some people are a lot more focused on animal issues and animal abuse than human issues. That's their prerogative. I'm not gonna say they're wrong for it. I'm just saying like I more so focus on human issues and caring.
That's
about
my
people.
prerogative. Da-na-na.
That's a great song.
I can do what I want to do. It is. I like Bobby Brown,
dude.
I can't name another Bobby Brown song other than Prerogative, but I like it.
Dude, you don't know? Oh God, nope, I can't think of a title either.
Dude, I will PayPal any one of you if $50 in the next 10 seconds if you can name me another MC Hammer song other than Too Legit to Quit or Can't Touch This.
Nope.
Exactly.
Nope. I couldn't.
One hit wonders, bro. It always infuriates me. I always like. I want to know. Can you show me?
Can you
something
show me?
familiar with the strangers like me, Phil Collins?
Well, we really brought it back to Tarzan.
Dude, that was a full circle comeback. Wow,
Bam Disney is suing us.
Hey, dude.
Are
you telling me that you wouldn't be impressed if we someone gave a shit enough about us to sue us, especially Disney? I feel honored personally.
That would be.
Dude, honored to be sued by Disney.
People notice us, you know what I'm saying? Like, what? It's not just mutuals and mutual friends that check out this podcast? What?
Don't worry, it's not like I saw the analytics of our last show and was slightly depressed, so no one's listening, Jordan. Don't worry.
Okay, good. I mean, sad, but good, but sad.
Let's say something controversial. Dude. Hot Pockets are only okay.
Dude, I'm leaving the call. Oh, wait, Joseph, you want to start a war, son? Choco Tacos? Trash.
Excuse me?
Trash. Actually, the trash tier 7-Eleven ice cream.
I am fuming, and I don't know if I can continue this conversation with you guys. I'm going to be real.
Wait, what flavor of Hot Pockets are you having a problem with?
I just was trying to think of something dumb to say.
Something funny.
Oh.
Damn, Jordan. Okay, so after they get Altivo. I really liked that scene though of them getting Altivo to give him the keys, because like you see them kind of going insane in the jail, and I just like how, despite the fact that like Miguel gets him out, he's like, he's a horse. He doesn't know the word pry bar, but he drops the fucking keys, and just Tulio's just like, it's still not a pry bar.
Still not a pry bar. Yeah. No, I liked that. I liked that much.
Well, I like you, so how about that? You want to go on a date?
No.
Fuck.
I'll go on a date with you.
Yeah,
I know you will, because I know you love me.
Let me just go on a date with you in Texas as...
You don't... I'll come to you. I'm a gentleman.
Far.
I'll come to you.
That's far, dude.
You don't know that.
Yeah, so like again, like
halfway.
I said though, I didn't really pay attention to Altivo or all that much because I was too busy focused on the main characters. Unless you count Altivo as the main character, which he kind of is, but like
he kind of is, but like he doesn't really do much.
Yeah, he's just acting as a horse. He is a horse, and then boom,
he just kind of reacts.
He's animation relief. He's comedic visual relief.
Yeah.
Okay, but what about Chell?
Oh!
Yes.
Oh, my me! Oh! Okay, low-key, though. Like, not even low-key. Fucking high-key, bro. Chell enters the room, and I was immediately like, damn, I knew she was a very attractive young lady, but I was not prepared for the reaction I had to Chell to be as incredible as it was.
What do you mean?
Bro, Chell got me going, though. I was like, oh, okay, damn, girl, you thick as hell.
She's... Yeah. Okay, can I... Yeah. One thing I really appreciated about the art style of this movie was that when the women are hot, they are hot. Like, even back in Spain, when it showed the hot women, I'm like, whoa, wait a second.
The rain in Spain falls mainly in the plain.
I did not
know
that.
A reference to something?
That's a song, dude.
That's a reference to My Fair Lady. Neither of you love me. Neither of you came to see the high school production of My Fair Lady.
No, I'm sorry.
Bet that was a raid. Bet that was a raid night, and that's why I didn't come.
That's fair. Yeah, understandable.
Okay.
I don't know what my excuse was, but I'm sorry anyways.
Yes, sorry, Jordan. Continue that thought.
Yeah, so like it was... She was the femme fatale character, which was obvious. But like at the same time, she wasn't femme fatale. I don't know. Maybe because the way I saw Chell was like initially like, oh, she's supposed to be femme fatale, but then she just came in. And it's like, oh no, she's just interested in Tulio. You know?
Well, she's not just interested in Tulio.
Sure. Like, sure, leaving the city. Going her own way, sure, I like that much. It's just like at a certain point in the story, she wasn't much of a Aztec culture interpreter as it was.
Yeah,
someone distracting Tulio. You know,
fair.
There was like the one thing that she did that she told them about, and then after that was kind of it.
Yeah.
The how do you say it? Xibalba.
Yeah. No, I would have appreciated more of that, and then explaining the goal of the ball game, and then that's it.
Where she throws the armadillo, bro. The ball game is so good.
That's a good scene. That's a great scene.
It's such a good scene, bro. The armadillo going back and forth, and it's kind of perfect because they think they're gods. So like this weird shit that's happening, low-key makes sense.
Yeah. Wow, they are powerful.
Yeah.
Oh,
Xibalba. I also really like the Xibalba scene because I just like how Chell's like, fucking idiots, don't, and they just look at each other and like, to Xibalba, and they start throwing the gold into the water, and they just like drop to their knees, like, no, stop.
We're like, wait, no, wait a second. So if Zeko Khan lived, going through Shibalba, then couldn't they all just escape through there and find the gold? No? Okay.
I wrote
Well,
this
they
note.
didn't.
I wrote this note twice. I literally wrote, what, doesn't the gold just go to the entrance like fucking Zekel Khan? Couldn't they just get it later?
Exactly. Like they had so much.
Like, wouldn't
they
there
were
be
so
a beach
scared,
of gold that they've been like throwing somewhere?
unless there's a civilization out there that was just like, taking
That
it for
did
themselves.
upset me. That
That was just kind of
upset me.
Vulture stealing all that gold whenever they sacrifice it to the spirit world, quote unquote.
Well, would they normally throw the gold down there? Like, don't they normally like sacrifice people there? And then
Yes.
like they were like, no, we want the gold, and then that's why they threw the gold down there.
Yes.
Does that mean none of the sacrifices were sacrifices?
Well, I mean, like they probably could have died. Like Zekel Khan probably just got like lucky.
Maybe
Yeah.
it was too much.
Well, they typically cut the head off, right, and then kick it down. Like when they were about to sacrifice that dude, the guy had his weird sword stick thing up.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
The-
So they kill him
reminded me of-
before they go in.
That reminded me of Kotal Khan from Mortal Kombat.
Me too.
Yeah, that
I think
same
that was the
same
point.
weapon. Yeah,
I think that's what he's based, or Kek, whatever. Yeah.
Kotal Khan
Yeah,
just on Aztec gods.
Yes.
Yeah, naturally.
Yes. Oh, can we just discuss the greatest ex machina in a movie ever, the volcano?
I know.
Oh yeah.
That was way too lucky.
Bro, literally that volcano made the movie. It could have been over in 20 minutes.
That's true. That's true. You know, when animated movies do ex machinas, it's always like nice and funny. It's never like jarring to the story. It's always just a good joke. You know?
Yes.
It's like not the same when, like, I don't know, the Star Wars sequel trilogy does it, but when ex machinas happen in animated movies, it's actually good for the storytelling.
Oh, Jordan,
that
I
was
do
like
have
the
a...
climax or anything.
What'd you say?
Like,
Sorry, no, Joseph, go ahead.
it's not like that moment was the climax or anything. Like it was just like normally like writing like coincidence to get your characters out of conflict is bad, but like I feel like that moment was like insignificant enough for like an ex machina to be just like a fun joke.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
early enough in the movie to actually like want something for the audience to like want something to happen. So they kind of had to use the ex machina.
Yeah, it's just funny. It's like the movie would have been over right there if that volcano hadn't gone off. It's just kind of great.
Mm-hmm.
But Jordan, my most important question to you is, where was Chell keeping the dice?
Her clavage.
Yeah, the clavage. It had to be the clavage.
The fuck's a clavage?
Cleavage.
Oh, this must be a girl house. That's a Monster House reference for you.
Yes.
Wow, I barely remember Monster House. I remember watching it. Yeah, I remember watching it when I was like 7 or 8, whenever it came out, and I remember like being scared to death of it.
It's
I was scared of
terrifying.
it too.
It's pretty terrifying.
It's like,
well, I didn't like finish the movie, like, so I didn't get like the resolve. So like I just had the scary bits in my head when I was going to sleep.
Great. You know, there were like when I was a kid, the main movies that like freaked me out kind of gave me nightmares, like Monster House, Coraline, and Harry Potter, and one of the Harry Potters. I think it was
Half-Blood Prince, I assume.
Mentors.
Probably Half-Blood Prince. Maybe it was Order of the Phoenix.
Anyway, let's bring it back to the Hotel Dorado.
What movies have we talked about?
We've talked about like 10 movies today. Because the Hotel Dorado transcends media. It's that good.
I feel like since it's so short and it's a comedy, there isn't too much to say, not gonna lie. So that's why I feel like, of course, we're gonna transition to talking about other movies.
Yeah. Did you like Chief Buddha Belly?
Who? Oh, the Chief. Oh, the Chief.
Chief Buddha Belly, Chief Tani.
Yeah. I think he was a nice contrast to Zekel Khan. In what do you call it? The way they both interpreted their own culture.
Yeah.
Or
I mean, I agree, and I really like him, but my main problem with him is he is the chief of an Aztec civilization. So why was he so like opposing to Zekel Khan? Like
What
that
do you
never
mean?
it it didn't make sense to me. He was like he didn't really like the sacrificing, and he like was very clearly like trying to stop Zekel Khan's like shit. But he's an Aztec chief. Wouldn't he like fully believe in literally everything?
That's true. I mean, I think for like the purpose of like the story, like Zekel Khan is like the one who's like, "Ooh, we gotta kill people," and the chief is like the guy who's like not done with killing, but like within the context of the setting, like that doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I guess. I mean, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. One of my questions to you guys, if you could explain it,
Yes.
I doubt you will be able to. How did the Aztecs speak English/Spanish?
Okay, so you see, when they go through the gate into El Dorado, bro, they are greeted by the gods themselves, and they are given the language. That's my best explanation.
Maybe they are actually theory El Dorado theory. Maybe before they enter the gate, they're like killed or like knocked unconscious, and the whole movie's a dream or something.
Oh!
Or simply they just died at sea.
Yeah,
Maybe they
it could have the whole
hallucinate the
thing
whole
could have
thing.
been a hallucination
It's
from
like,
their lack of water.
yeah. Oh, I forgot to mention. I wrote this down. How did they end up on land when they were rowing in circles?
I love that scene.
It's like, oh, they're suddenly on sand when they're dying. They just suddenly reach sand, and then it literally shows us seeing them row in circles.
Yeah.
And then
Bro, the dimensions of that longboat changes every
that's
single
true.
scene.
I didn't notice that.
Because, dude, Altivo gets in it, and then it looks huge, and then when you see them rowing it, it's kind of tiny, and then it's like, it's weird. It changes. Well, Jordan, yeah, it is a comedy. There's not a whole lot. The one like part of this movie I did want to talk about and get your like opinion on was so
It's
like the whole
blowjob.
conflict between well, the blowjob is great. That's not even debatable. That's just a
The
great
what?
time. When
Show gives Tulio a blowjob.
What?
bro,
Yeah, when she seduces him.
What? This was part of the movie? I didn't even
yes,
know.
Yeah,
bro, remember
it's
when
heavily
Khan
implied.
comes and she like gets up off his dick? Dude, they are definitely
Okay, I'm pulling
fucking,
the movie up right now.
Absolutely.
Oh my god,
gave
We're cutting this
blowjob.
bro,
and
when
it-
she gets up off of him, she's not like above like where it was. She like they're not kissing. She's not like at that level. She gets off his crotch.
Okay, I'm googling this. I'm googling this.
Okay, we're cutting it here.
We're cutting this bit out. I'm
God
looking
damn
this
it,
out.
Jordan. I'm using the bit up until like right now.
You're
Damn
using
it,
the what?
Jordan's making me edit.
Ha, 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 ha. No, seriously. Okay. So you're saying this was when?
Okay,
When she,
remember
like,
when
seduces
they
him.
make out, and then like they literally when Zekel Khan arrives at the temple to talk to Tulio, she gets up off of him. I know the quote. She's like, "What do you think the high priest would say if he saw a god with me?" And he goes, lucky god."
Lucky God. I remember that lucky God moment.
Yes.
Also, in the opening sequence, the armadillos have sex.
That's kissing. That's kissing.
They are not
No,
kissing.
they're not kissing.
That is kissing.
He's like going whoa, like he's like making noises as like
No,
it's happening.
regardless. That's Joseph. Have you ever gotten a blowjob?
I have, and I think it's a blowjob.
I have, and I don't think it is.
I've had more.
What do you mean more?
I've had
I
more
don't know if
blowjobs.
You don't know how much.
Jordan, in the time between when I was 15 and lost my virginity, the 2.5 years of and the 2 months of I think it's fairly safe to say I've had more blowjobs.
Okay, but regardless, no, dude, it sounds like kissing of a neck, or like kissing.
Yeah, it was some kind of neck.
Or like, no, okay, dude, that sounds like kissing stomach or kissing neck. Sure, she could be at not head level, but regardless, it's not kissing lips, but it sounds like kissing.
Bro, blowjobs could sound like kissing. I don't know. I'm just saying. Let's agree to disagree on this one. Me and Joseph. The internet thinks it's a blowjob, okay? And the internet's never wrong as far as we're
considering the tone of the movie. I think it makes sense that it's a blowjob.
I agree.
Let me watch this again.
Oh my god.
I have to. Let me listen to this again.
Joseph, I think Jordan just wants
to watch
a blowjob again.
She's like, mwah, da, da, mwah, da, da. Like, who blows a guy like that? Yeah, da, 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 da. Like,
Jordan, we're gonna agree to disagree on this one. Joseph, we're keeping the blowjob fantasy alive.
I swear,
it's a blowjob.
It's a blowjob.
It has to. I'm gonna debate this until my deathbed. This is
welcome back to Blowjob Corner.
I swear this isn't.
So actually, our next podcast, thanks for listening, guys. It's gonna be called "Is it a blowjob or not?" And we're just gonna go through scenes in movies and discuss whether or not it was a blowjob.
I'm broken on the inside.
Yes. Okay, but the one part wait, I totally forgot. The one part of this movie I did want to talk about with you is what did you think of the way that they did the conflict between Tulio and Miguel?
Nice and simple. It was simple. It wasn't very deep. It was like, oh, we have a conflict of interest now. You went back on your word. And then, okay, there, it's over. And then, boom, they found the time to come back together, do their fake fighting bit, and then now they're friends again. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but Miguel was still pissed at him when they do the fake fighting bit. Like, he's pretty pissed up until he gets on the boat with them.
Sure.
It was one of those things where he was like fake fighting, but like what he was saying, he meant what he was saying.
Yeah. I got that much.
Yeah. I mean, to me, I really liked it because it was so simple. Like, it really felt like a fight between two really good friends.
Yeah.
And like that's what it really is you're like motherfucker, you suck.
It's like when you tell me you're getting back with an ex. It's like, okay, buddy, let's agree to disagree.
Hey, that's different.
Are you sure?
I didn't go back on my word. I didn't betray you. Although I don't think that either of them really betrayed each other. They showed both sides of their like play.
Well, didn't they agree to not date Kel?
Yeah, fair. But also, who's not gonna tap that? Come on, son.
I'm sure there's someone in the audience that's just like, no, actually, Chell would have actually had some Aztec herpes. You know what I mean?
As terpees.
No, but for real though,
it's called the coochie of gold.
Wait, that sounds like a disease. Yeah. That sounds like an actual disease.
It sounds like a disease.
She got like, that Midas touch. Oh shit!
It's like blue waffles. It's like a different color. It's gotta be a disease. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anyways, what were we talking about?
The conflict.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of movies like try to do like the conflict between two friends bit, but like they had like force it. Like in this one, it felt like it made sense. It felt organic.
Made sense. Exactly. Like, oh, suddenly Miguel likes living where they are, and then okay, that's kind of going against Tulio's interest, and then boom, and then Tulio is like, there's a romance between him and Chell. Oh, that's against Miguel's interest. You know, then that was.
But then also Miguel like becomes the god, and he like really he's a good god. He's such a nice dude.
He was being a good god, sure. Yeah. Oh yeah, I really enjoyed like the scenes where he was playing with the kids and all that. That was nice.
Oh yeah.
But
cool.
again, yeah, I did it. I did like that it was simple, and it was. I think it was simple enough for audience members of all ages to understand what's going on, and there was a way to resolve it in finding again like a superseding goal that goes beyond that goes above both of their interests.
Bro, did the chief know?
Chief
Yeah,
knew.
no, he did.
He knew. Yeah, to err is to be human.
I don't know when he like found out, but like it was pretty obvious that he knew, and he was just like chill with it.
And he was just like, "Yeah, okay, he's pretty cool. They're pretty cool.
He's chill.
Yeah.
He can rule us. It's aight.
He's aight, bro."
Yeah.
You guys have any more talking points? I think we pretty much covered all of my notes.
Pretty much. I mean, it pissed me off they didn't tie down the gold on the ship.
I mean, at the same time.
Well, I mean, that was like a last minute plan, wasn't it?
Yeah,
like,
it was kind of quick. It was kind of sudden.
Yeah, but they're like going out to sea, and the gold's just fucking laying on top of it. Like,
I guess so.
They didn't have enough time to tie it down.
How would they have gotten to sea?
Maybe the. Oh well,
wait.
I mean, if it's a river.
Yeah. Wait. That entrance doesn't lead to the ocean.
What if it did?
But it didn't.
Maybe they're okay.
We saw where it led.
We are looking this up. Aztec geography.
Okay, but
the movie, the way they went didn't go to the ocean.
Dude, okay, so if it's based on Tenochtitlan is in a lake, Lake Texcoco.
It's not based on Tenochtitlan though. El Dorado's just
based on El Dorado.
Actually, I don't know. I can't. Well, but the city of El Dorado is a thing. Like, it's a popular myth. It's not like a. So I mean, they could have taken inspiration from Tenochtitlan, but I don't think we should use that as a baseline.
Here, I'm looking at El Dorado.
But I'm also an idiot, so like that's fair.
I'm looking at the location of El Dorado right now. North, there's a lake, and the north of that is a little strait of sorts that feeds into the ocean. So if we're talking about the lake that we see in the movie, there probably was a little strait that fed into the ocean. And that's why they saw it as possible. And that's why otherwise they would have built the ship on a beach.
Wait, are you talking? Wait, are you saying are you looking at the movie map or like a real map? I thought El Dorado was a myth.
I'm looking at the real El Dorado, dude.
Wait, what? What? I'm gonna sound like an idiot.
I could have sworn El Dorado was in like Baja California.
What? No. I thought El Dorado, the city of gold, was a fucking myth. Is El Dorado real?
Huh. Maybe it is a myth.
The dream of El Dorado, a lost city of gold, led many a conquistador on a fruitless trek into the rainforests and mountains of South America, but it was all wishful thinking. The golden one was actually not a place, but a person? What?
El Dorado was the friendship the whole time.
Bro, it's the One Piece. It was friendship all along.
Oh, it was literally One Piece. Yeah.
Wait. But who was the person? The golden one. Wow, I'm not going to read this because looks long, but apparently El Dorado was a person,
let me guess,
according to a 2013.
It was Chell.
Bro, Chell's got that golden booty. I don't know. I believe it.
Okay.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah. I think
apparently Chell was supposed to be like more sexualized initially, but they had to tone it down.
Oh, we're looking this up. Chell, the road.
Like the scene that introduced her was like a bath scene.
Road to
hey,
original.
Yeah, I mean, Chell was super sexualized, but she also wasn't like a ditzy like idiot. So like, that's pretty fine. Real. I mean, people be horny and shit, especially because Chell is like the only person in a ancient Aztec civilization with like any other thoughts and thoughts of her own. So it kind of makes sense that she's like trying to get with Tulio, you know?
Wait, let me just share with you guys this art. I don't think it was actually the original design for Chell, but like, let me just show you guys this art. Let me just put it in the
right.
Let me just put it in the proper channel.
Channel like that. Well, let's yeah, that's definitely Oh, Jordan.
Oh, what if that
Jordan, in what world was that? You know for a fact that's damn well not an original design for Chell.
I know. I'm just saying. I just wanted to share the artwork. You know what I'm
You're
saying?
a damn troll. You're a damn troll.
I know. I didn't say
Okay.
it was the original design.
All right, lads. I think it's time to wrap it up for this week.
Closing thoughts.
So, Jordan,
Yes.
first for you, I want your overall thoughts of the movie. I want you to rate it out of 10 armadillo balls, and then I want you to give me your best and worst of the movie.
Okay, so, yeah, my overall closing thoughts is that it's a funny, exciting children's movie. Nice job. And there were enough jokes in there to still keep the attention of older audiences. Great, perfect, love that. But my ratings, again, they differ.
Overall, I don't want them to like individual.
But the thing is, though, I can't rate it without considering people calling it a musical.
Yes, you can. Just rate the movie
not a
that
musical.
you want.
Rate it as not a musical.
Okay, if it's not a musical, I give it like an 8.
All right.
8 armadillo balls out of 10.
Okay.
Because it, some of the conveniences were a little bit too convenient, and that's where it docked the point for me. And then the next point docked, I think, was its confusing portrayal of natives. Because for me, it was like there was a certain point where I'm like, oh, do the people the people are just completely okay with their traditions changing because the gods say so, because the supposed gods say so? It was that easy for all of them? You know what I mean? I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's the gods. Like it's a kind of worship that we don't really know today. It's like, it's less about the tradition and more about the beings.
True. Okay. Anyways.
But also, I'm not Aztec or anything. I'm Greek, and that's what that was, I guess. It was more about pleasing the gods than tradition. It was just doing whatever is necessary to appease them. But also, I understand your point. I don't know why that came up. Okay. Favorite and least favorite part of the movie.
Yes, favorite part, I think, the ball game. I forgot what it was called. I remember learning about it. Oh, I'd also like to mention that ball game was Mayan.
Really?
I was taught in world history that ball game is Mayan, not Aztec. At least I could have sworn. Yeah, I could have sworn it was, at least, because I remember seeing images in the textbook in what was it, 6th grade? I remember seeing images in a textbook of what do you call it? The setup, that same setup with 2 rings and 2 walls, with 2 high up rings, and I remember seeing that in Peru, and not in Mexico or wherever it's supposed to be. But otherwise, great scene, loved it, really fun. I think my least favorite part was the sailing because I got motion sick. I got a little ocean sick or motion sick from watching that part because of the waves and the rocking of the boat. I don't know. I'm pretty prone to that kind of thing.
Intriguing.
Yes, that is my overall thought.
Fun. Joseph, as a second-time watcher, I want your overall thoughts. How many out of 10 armadillo balls, and your least favorite and favorite?
Yeah, overall thoughts. I like the movie a lot. It's very funny. It's just a fun thing you can sit down and watch. Let's see. My favorite part, either like the intro, not like the opening bit, but like when you first meet Tulio and Miguel.
You gave me loaded dice. Yes,
it's just such a good intro for them.
That's such a good intro. Yeah.
Either that or It's Tough to Be a God, just because the song slaps and
it does.
The sequence is fun, like the colors and everything. Least favorite bit, I guess just Cortez, because he doesn't really do anything.
Yeah, I did take issue with that too. And that's also kind of why I docked a couple points.
I don't hate how they do Cortez. I just think that he's just kind of there, like, and he does kind of bring conflict, like, towards the end when he's about to go to the city, but like that's pretty like eh.
And again, I would have preferred if they used a not even close to historically accurate figure, a completely fictional figure that's a Spanish conquistador. I would prefer that, because thinking about what the things Cortez did to the natives, it's like kind of weird. I don't know.
Fair.
Yeah.
They could have had him menacing, but just a fictional character. But anyways, go on.
My rating, I think 8's a pretty healthy rating for the movie. 8 armadillo balls out of 10.
Hey. So nice. Yeah, for me, overall, I really liked it. I mean, I like love Quentin Tarantino movies just because like dialogue gets me, and so I really just like the banter between them and their relationship really makes the movie for me, and that's like my like main focus of watching it. So overall, I think it was really great. It had a couple not strong points, like the fact that I don't remember the music is probably not a great sign. But what?
Yeah.
Did you just say Quentin Tarantino?
Yeah.
Why?
Oh, but I was just referencing dialogue because like that's a big thing of his movies is dialogue, and that's like a lot of people didn't like Once Upon a Time in Hollywood because nothing happens till the very end, but like I really liked Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
It wasn't about the dialogue, yeah.
No, that's a whole nother conversation. So overall, I love this movie. I give it an 8.5 armadillo balls out of 10.
Whoa,
bro, controversy.
Kind of generous. Dude.
I know, it's okay. My favorite part is the intro as well. It's kind of perfect. There's really nothing wrong with it. Not the song, but the introduction of them is beautiful.
Yeah.
My least favorite part, the Jaguar, to be honest. It just didn't do it for me. Because, like, so my thing with Cortez, it would be Cortez if I didn't, like, so there was supposed to be sequels to this movie where it was just, like, Tulio and Miguel going after myths.
Cool.
Like, that was what it was intended to be, was Tulio and Miguel and, Chell exploring the world. And so in my mind, I thought they were like setting Cortez up to be a bigger villain, you know, like chasing them.
That makes sense.
But because it performed really badly and got bad reviews, because of the inappropriate humor for children, and the lack of interest in hand animated movies around the 2000s, which is why we don't really see it a whole lot until recently because anime is dope.
Dude, wait a second.
So, like, you know, I think Cortez was intended to be a bigger thing, but he wasn't.
Dude,
yeah, that makes sense now.
Dude, Chell was Rosie Perez?
Yes!
I had no idea.
I love Rosie Perez.
That's pretty... Oh, I didn't like her in Birds of Prey. But anyways...
she plays a good cop. She's just a good cop character.
Sure.
Okay, so...
All right, guys, it's time. We have rotated to me. It is my turn to give a recommendation. And you know what? We're going to try it. We're going to try it, and it's going to be great.
What are we doing,
Trust
Jordan?
me, this is going to work. Twice. Yeah? Huh?
What's twice?
Oh my god. See, that's the point.
What are we doing?
This K-pop girl group that has debuted from the company JYP Entertainment that has been a group since 2015.
Lord.
They just came out with their latest album, More and More, released on June 1st. Or June 1st? July 1st? Regardless. I am going to set up the playlist. It's going to work. It's going to be music videos. It's going to be meme videos. It's going to be introductions. It's going to be emotional videos about their journey. It's about...
Oh, Lord. Okay.
why I want to do K-pop is because there's so much more to it than the music. You know what I mean? Why I feel like we can talk about it for so long is because it's more than
music. You know what?
It's about the experience.
I trust you entirely. I'm terrified, but I put myself in your loving, doting arms.
It's about emotional investment in these people. whether or not they're exaggerating their personality traits, it's their own personality traits shown in these idols. And I feel like there's so much to talk about from music video, like theories, music video, and then like the industry and how it compares to American pop. And it's like I feel like this can happen. You know what I mean? So yes, we're gonna do twice. Probably the biggest girl group in Korea. They're pretty big around America, but like only if you're already into K-pop. Because I'm not counting Blackpink. But
Fair.
This is gonna work. This is gonna work.
Guys. Well,
I can make it work.
You know, yeah, okay. Join us next week, and we'll be doing K-pop. Craig, what are your thoughts on this?